welcome back to another episode of Finding a Fourth, where we are once again playing Final Fantasy decks because we just can't get enough of Square Enix. I am playing Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. He is a wizard that essentially doubles wizard damage when he flips. So it's like a spell slingery kind of deck. It triggers off non-creature spells, but I'm not really doing like artifact shenanigans, so it's pretty much spell slinger.
Hello, I'm Dan. I'm from the Scryhard. Come watch me play Modern. It's fun. I am also in the two-color pile here. I'm playing Urianger. I'm never going to say his last name. I just want to exile all the cards from my deck and figure out how to win from there. I can tap him to look at the top card and exile it face down until end of turn. I can play cards exiled with him and spells cast this way cost 2 less. And when I cast a spell or play a land from exile, I gain 2 life. So he's a exile-based, just dumb stuff that I just didn't really know exactly where I wanted to go with it. What about you, Nassim? You're on 2 colors, right?
Yeah, totally. Because I'm playing the Wandering Minstrel. He is a blue and a green, so I'm on that Simic train. Notably, lands I control enter untapped. I'm not playing a towns deck. I am
Howard.
trying to play lands matter. Hopefully, try to get some shenanigans, copy some things, make an annoying stack, and then crush my enemies through that. What are you up to this week, Tyler?
Yeah, bro. That would be nice. I'm playing Terra, the 5-color one. I want to ETB's mill 5, and then return an enchant to hand. So I'm doing a lot of enchants, a lot of the new summons. You might see a fat chocobo or a king mog while I'm mogging on you specifically, Nassim. But anyways, I'll take my first turn since I'm starting.
I hate it here.
Darkness.
All right, we good?
Yep.
I'm ready.
All right, I draw. I will and doth a triumph and I'll pass.
Tap up, keep draw. I'll play a Marsh Flats. I will take 1 damage, going to 39, and I will be getting a Surveil land, so I will pass.
I will join you in that I'm going to play a Flooded Strand. One of these is a Flooded Strand, and I am also going to go to 39 and do a little surveil and go ahead, Nassim.
I'll draw for turn. Didn't realize we're playing good cards today.
Out here playing Scrylands.
I'm gonna play Terramorphic Expanse in my 5-color deck. I'm gonna crack it for
That's crazy.
Forest.
I can't wait to
And
counterspell your
I'll pass.
commander on turn 2 and just end your whole career.
My dog is climbing on me right now.
I'll pass.
Untap, boom, boom, bing, bing, boom. I'll play Bleachbone Verge. And I'll tap 2. I'll cast a sweet old Bloom Tender. Tap to add 1 mana of every color for color permanent I control. Pass.
I'm resolving
turn.
my surveilling.
Bro. Come on.
I think I can keep this on top. I will untap. Upkeep draw.
I'm going to bin a command tower. SpongeBob SquarePants style.
I'll play an
Oh,
Arena
yeah.
of Glory. I will tap 2, and I will
Would you like to
cast.
exert it?
Nope.
Damn.
I will cast a Lightning Greaves. Equip creature has haste and shroud. Equip 0. I'll pass.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play an island. And I am going to cast my commander, Urianger, with the last name. When you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you gain 2 life. Draw Arcanum. Look at the top card of your library. You may exile it face down or play Arcanum. Tap. Until end of turn, you may play cards exiled with Urianger. Spells cast away cost 2 less. I will pass turn there.
I have lost power.
Well,
Ruh-roh,
you're
Reggie.
still here. Oh,
Oh, never
laptop.
Yep. Hello? I'm down here.
Incredible.
I have lost power. You actually haven't.
Please keep that in.
You actually haven't. Oh.
Yeah. No, it sounded like I did because the AC turned off.
No, that's fair. I just.
Yeah.
Dear God, keep that in.
I don't know. We'll see.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
With your power returned.
My
Yeah.
power has returned. All right. I'll play this tap triumph and I'll pass.
Wow, I didn't know we were playing good cards.
Oh, elegant parlor surveil 1.
Ugh, surveilling turn 3. What a
I'll keep
broken
it on
ass
top.
mechanic.
Okay, friends. You need to calm down. I'll tap 2. I'll cast a Ripples of Undeath at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase. Mill 3. Then I can pay 1 generic and 3 life to put one of them into my hand. I may, so I don't have to.
Kill him. Kill him now.
I'll then tap Blue Tender for it. Oh, I won't. Yucky. Yucky indeed. I'm just gonna pass turn. That sucks.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make the mana that I want.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play a swamp. I will tap 3, and I will cast Phyrexian Arena. At the beginning of my upkeep, I draw a card and lose life. I will pass.
Sweet. I will draw. All right. All right. That does not do what I want. I'll play this Plains, and I am going to play a Drum Bellower. It is a 2/1 with flying. Untap all creatures you control during each player's untap step. I'm then going to activate my commander to look at this card. And I will exile it face down. I'm going to put a little separate zone here. It's the Urianger zone. I will pass the turn after that.
I'll untap.
I'll
Be a
untap
little-
with you.
Yep. Being a little
Awkward.
cooked here. I'll play a swamp. I'll tap 3. I will play Kodama's Reach. I'll look for 2 basics. Put 1 to my hand. 1
What
battlefield
basics
tapped.
do you have in a 5-color deck?
I
Listen, he
told you
uses
to
lands to enter untapped.
All right.
I literally told Nassim yesterday, I was like, Tyler's going to be so mad.
Damn, Tyler, you're gonna treat me like this after your Animar deck? How could you?
Give me
I'll
my,
do a
my
mountain.
very fair mutate deck.
My mountain and an island. I'll put
Yeah, but-
mountains to play. Islands to hand.
Neither of those are 5-color.
I'll pass. Or I'll
In
attempt
your
to
end
pass.
step, we're going to do it again. We'll exile that face down. All right, let's untap together. It's our untap step.
All right. Untap, keep draw, and then I'll mill 3 from Ripples. I mill a offer you can't refuse, summon Fenrir, and a Master of Keys. I'm not gonna bring any of them to hand. I'll tap 2. I'll cast Summon Brynhilde. So the first one, exile top card of my library during any turns that I put a lore counter on this saga. I'm gonna play it. And the next 2 are whenever you cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste until end of turn. So I will go ahead and exile the top one. I'll just leave it up here. It's a Nixia, Hand of Erebos. I will then tap my Bloom Tender for green, red, black, and I will cast Terra. Magical Adept. When the ETBs mill 5, put 1 enchantment card milled this way to my hand. I'll mill a Eldest Reborn, 3 lands, 4 lands. Shit.
Gross.
I'll
Okay.
return Eldest Reborn to my hand.
What does that do for the class?
It's 4 and a black. Each opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker as the first. Then the second, each opponent discards. And then the third, put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under my control.
That's exciting.
And then I will pass turn. Onyxia is not on the field.
Untap,
Just
upkeep,
exile.
draw.
Oh, I wouldn't do the thing in Tyler's end step.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I will play a Sulphurous Springs as my land. I will tap 4 to cast my commander, Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. At the beginning of my end step, create a tapped 0/1 Black Wizard creature token with, whenever I cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage each opponent. Then, if I control 4 or more wizards, flip Kuja into other Kuja. I will move to a click.
I
Oh,
got nothing.
I was supposed to lose life and draw a card off my Phyrexian Arena, which is a card I never play.
Down to 38.
Yes, down to 38. It changes nothing. I will actually remember to put a dice on top of my deck, so I don't do that again. And then I will go to my end step, which will trigger Kuja.
I will activate my commander.
That's fine. I will make a tapped 0/1 wizard. And I will wait for Dan, but pass the turn.
Oh, I'm gonna just put it into exile. Draw. Well, I'm gonna activate my commander, choosing the second mode. Until end of turn, I can play cards exiled with it. They cost 2 less. I am going to tap 1 and 2 to play Alphanod Level, which, if you guys haven't seen that deck, check out the thing if Peyton can figure out how to do it.
Up in the
Solo
corner.
title card.
Over in the corner, there's the card over there. I'm gonna go and find the other one. Alice A.
Yep.
This is my hand here. On cast, gain 2 life, up to 41.
Pink.
So Alphanod says Vigilance 2/4. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Then for my next trick, I am going to. So this is here. Do I need? So my second spell is going to be this Arcane Signet. Trigger to draw a card. This can go over here for now. I will play my land for turn, which will be... so many cards in my hand.
Dude, it's 2 colors.
This Plains. There's so much going on, Tyler. You don't understand.
It can't be that hard to choose which land you're gonna play.
We can see your hand, Dan. Watch out.
Well, don't look.
I want to see.
Then I will tap for 3, and I'm going to introduce the dungeon.
Oh my god.
The White Plume Adventure. When it enters a battlefield, you take the initiative. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, untap a creature you control. If you've completed a dungeon, untap all creatures you control instead.
Stop trying
So
to
the
make
board
first work.
First room is going to go find me an island. That's going to go to my hand. I told you, all I want to do is just exile my entire deck.
Stop. You're doing it too good.
Then this goes to my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will move to my end step and move to cleanup. Discard this island. Let's untap together, comrade.
Sure. Any responses before I draw my children's card?
I have an upkeep trigger to untap a creature. I'm going to target Urianger. With that trigger, I'm going to tap him and exile this and untap.
Yep. All right, I'll draw.
What does the scene always say? Chat, are we cooked?
Yes.
No, I doubt it. It's not that good.
Huh.
I only have
How
5
many
mana.
cards? How many are in exile right now?
Only 3?
Only 3, in addition to
What if
not your hand. So you
That's
essentially
not
have
the
10
important
cards
part.
in hand, I guess.
I don't know what
That's
you're
fine.
talking about.
That's fine.
Just look the other way. Nothing to
I
see.
understand what basic we playing this time.
See, that's the question. Do I play the basic to farm engagement out of you, or do I play?
I'm
a
gonna
real one?
rage, release the beast, the
Wait, has
inner.
He has the island, we know.
I'm gonna
True.
cast Commander All Star Stock Up. I'm gonna look at
Force
the
of
top 5. I'm gonna look at the top 5 cards in my library. Put 2 in my hand, and the rest in the bottom of my library in any order.
That's pretty good.
Hoping
keep
to
telling me.
need to find a good basic. Can you believe this card
Yeah.
was discussed to be banned?
I mean,
What format?
standard.
Standard.
Card is crazy.
I know nothing about standard.
Yeah, we know.
Or really any part of Magic.
Shit. All right,
Standard-
I'll put these 2 cards.
Standard is definitely fun.
I'll play a command tower, regrettably. I'll move to my end step. I will discard that hand size. I'll discard the silence, and I'll
Just do
pass.
the thing.
All right. Untap.
Hey,
Upkeep.
Tyler, in your upkeep, I have an effect.
Go for it, you shitbird. I'm then gonna draw, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Beginning, I'll do my ripples trigger, so I'll mill 3. Land, summon Shiva. Ugh. I'm gonna dump all. And then I get my summon trigger, so I'll put up to 2 counters, and creatures that I cast this turn gain haste. I'm gonna. I'll play this Triumph for my land per turn. I'll then 1, 2, 3. I'll cast a Favorable Elder. Same text box as Bloom Tender, basically.
Not
Step is
at all.
vigilant.
Vigilance,
And it gets big.
but the mana ability is the same. So,
Judge, my opponent's lying.
viewers at home,
Yeah, you're
viewer
potentially
discretion is
misrepresenting the board.
advised. I'm
Yes,
gonna
can we,
tap. Let's see. So this will be. So I'll get 8 mana between them, and I can only cast 1 spell. Sick.
How does...
I'm
that's
gonna tap
pretty
them
good.
both.
Summon Brunhilde.
I'll cast Summon Titan. So the first one, mill 5. The second one, return all land cards from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And the third one, until end of turn, another target creature you control gets trample and +X, where X is the number of lands I control.
Neat.
Good?
Seems pretty solid.
Alright, I'll mill 5. 4, 5. I'll summon
All lands?
Bahamut, Incarnation Technique, Clive, land, and then summon Yojimbo.
A lot of words were said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of things that don't matter right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to attack. How much power or toughness on board, Dan?
I have a 1/3, a 2/1, a 2/4, and a 3/3.
1, 3. I'm
Didn't
One
listen.
3,
1, 3.
a 2/1,
A 2, 1.
a 2/4,
A 2, 4.
and a 3/3.
And a 3, 3. But 8 power.
Yeah.
I'll
How does
swing.
that have haste?
Summon from summon.
Brunhilde gives the next creature haste, not every creature you cast that turn. That card would be
All right.
disgustingly busted if
I read
it
it
was.
wrong.
Classic
Every
Tyler moment.
creature.
Surprise.
Thank you, Dan. Oh,
I'm gonna clip that now. I read it wrong. I read it wrong.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? Nassim, fuck you. Here comes a summon. 2 power coming at you.
It's a good thing that someone makes Tyler read his magic cards.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
Yeah, I'm getting punished for it. I'll take
You're
2.
taking
Yeah,
it.
buddy.
Yeah, yup. I'll pass turn. I'll pass the turn.
Well, Nassim goes to 38, but yes. Oh, that's me. I'll untap.
Yeah, who could it be? I think it's
I-
Max and Nassim.
I'm the one tracking all the life
Boy.
totals since nobody else seems to care.
Hey, I've got the life totals.
Yeah, Dan does. I'm gonna untap, upkeep trigger, lose a life, draw a card off Phyrexian Arena. Didn't forget. And then I'll draw for a turn. Neat. I will tap 3. And I will cast a Jessica's Will.
Oh.
On cast, everyone will take 1 damage from my wizard.
I'm down to 42.
I'm down to 37, I guess.
Read it on the screen.
Perfect. I will. Cards in hand. Probably Dan has 7 still, right?
I have 4.
Yes.
Yes, Dan has 7.
7.
I will
Damn,
target
how do you have
Dan.
7 when you cast all these spells?
I'll target.
You know,
I'll target Dan, and I will exile the top 3. So
having
We'll
2
get-
hands is pretty good.
I will get 7 red, and exile the top 3. 1. Ooh, Roaming Throne. 2, 3. Oh, perfect. I will use this Tainted Peak as my land for turn. And then I will use 2 of this red mana to cast Rakdos Signet, which will
I'll
trigger
go to 41.
my buddy. I will use 4 of the mana to cast a Roaming Throne,
Boy.
which will trigger.
Quick, Nassim.
Quick,
and
what?
Do something with your basic lands.
I'm going to.
Pyroblast?
Yes. I'll name Wizard. So wizards will get triggered abilities doubled. Can filter.
We need a summon board wipe.
Or none.
None that Tyler wants to run.
I have answers.
They had too many words on him. He couldn't read them.
I have answers, so don't worry.
I'll
I'm
use
killing
this filter into that for all the mana gone into an unexpected windfall. I will discard this mountain as my additional cost, and then everyone will take 2 damage off of my wizard now.
Yes.
Ouch.
I'm at 39.
I will now draw 2 and make 2 treasures. Treasure. 2 of them. Ooh, Dan's got one.
I don't like that.
That's fine.
Got one what?
Am I getting Vandal blasted?
Well, artifact.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Dan's got one.
Not my signet.
Yeah, I know. Damn, I don't want to do this. That's okay.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
Hope it's
Yeah.
the Deadpool Vandal Blast.
I'm gonna do it anyways. No, I don't. I don't want to do that.
Use it or lose it, Peyton.
Yeah, I'm gonna wheel. No,
I'm
I don't have any
gonna-
wheels in this deck.
Use these 2 treasures. Cast Deadly Dispute as an additional cost. I'll sacrifice this Rakdos Signet. I will draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. We're back. Draw 2. 1.
I will take 2 down to 37.
Yeah, and everyone will take 2.
Ouch.
Yeah, I guess use it or lose it. I will crack a treasure, and I will Vandal Blast Dan's Arcane Signet. On
Put it in
cast,
the
everyone will
grave.
lose 2 more.
Hey, someone's gotta take care of this little man. This little
So
Kujo.
like,
Yeah, Kujo's got it. So I will finally run out of mana and cards, and I will go to my end step. Kuja will trigger. I will create a
Just-
tapped wizard, and then I have
gonna
1,
do the
2,
thing.
3, 4 wizards, and I will flip him into Trans
Is
Kuja.
Jessica still good?
If a wizard I
They keep
control would deal
telling us that.
damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. And
then
then
you make a second wizard because it triggers twice.
you're right, Dan. Good job. Thank you. See,
I shouldn't have told him.
Where would we be
The
without
man
Dan?
who stole my signet. That I'm gonna draw for turn. I'm gonna look at this pile of cards that I didn't actually look at when I was doing everything. Let's activate to cast things for cheap and play things for cheap. First spell is going to be an Ornithopter of Paradise. Cast trigger, I will gain 2 life up to 37. Then I will play a Soul Ring, gain 2 up to 39. I'll play a Pearl Medallion, gain 2 up to 41. I will play my land for the turn. Oh, I cast a second spell. I get to draw a card as well.
There are 2 problems
Play
at the
land
table.
up to 43. So, Tyler,
Mm-hmm.
if I can, I mean, is your way to deal with Peyton's stuff?
So
Is it targeted, or like if I got rid of the boots?
I could, yeah. If you get rid of the boots, I could get rid of, yeah. But
Alright.
also, question: does the transform side have a CMC?
Yes,
I think
it
it's
is
the
the
front.
same CSC as the front.
Is it 4?
Yep.
Yep.
Or,
Yes.
Okay.
It's 4.
So yeah, if you get that rid of the boots, then I could target Kujo. Yeah, but otherwise I'd have to make Peyton make a choice.
Okay. So
What is
I'm
I'm
gonna
into
that?
have
this choice.
a colorless floating. I'm gonna play a smothering tithe.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna gain 2 life. One game changer meets another. I
How
have
about let's
one
keep
here.
Peyton alive now so he can kill Dan?
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve, Peyton.
Let's go for a blue and a white. Oh, I'm gonna put 2 counters on, I guess,
Where my dice go?
Alphanaut off of the room trigger. Blue and a white. I'm gonna play Teferi Time Raveler.
Which
Oh,
one's that?
word.
And that's the one that you can only cast spells during your turn,
Oh, I was doing that
except
anyways.
for me. And
Oh, that's
then
scary.
I can up ticket to cast sorceries as though they were instants, or I can down ticket to bounce a artifact, enchantment, or creature. So I'll down ticket and target the Greaves and draw a card.
It's
So we'll
bounce,
bounce
you
the
said?
Greaves to Peyton's hand. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 mana left. 1 and 2. I will play a talisman. Do I have anything else I want to do or can do for 2? Not particularly. So I am just going to move to my end step and then move to clean up and discard this basic island. All right, I will pass. This,
Sweet. I'll untap.
I will have an effect in your upkeep. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put that right there. And we'll untap.
Sure. I'll draw.
Would you like to pay for the tithe?
No. Yeah, so now I'm just wondering, how do I just not feed Dan, but also
Just do it.
not just progress my board?
I can take care of the smothering tithe next. Can I?
Yeah, I guess Tyler, are you gonna edict me?
No.
Okay. Because I can like play one creature, but
Yeah, I won't
yeah,
edict you.
yeah,
I know I have Eldest in hand, but I'm not gonna.
yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to crawl my way into this children's card game.
Good
I'll
luck.
play a Tacky Numa as my land for turn. I'll tap 6. I will play my good friend AC Tyrant of Gyre Strait. I can play additional land on each of my turns. Landfall. Whenever a land enters, I may draw a card.
Yeah.
Pick.
Yeah, we don't have to
Pass
check for priority
turn.
anymore because
Yeah,
no one
good.
can
Yeah.
respond.
I mean, I can respond,
Yeah,
but
good.
that's about it.
All right, cool. All right, be not afraid. I'm just gonna casually play this Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, as my extra land. Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, enters battlefield tapped. Whenever a mountain enters battlefield under my control, if I control at least 5 other mountains, I may have Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, deal 3 damage to target creature or player, and add tap stat of red. Notably, it is not a legendary land, if that ever comes up. Wink, wink,
Why would
nudge,
that
nudge.
ever come up?
I'll draw.
I will
Woo!
make a treasure.
And with that, I will attempt to pass the turn.
I will do the thing and then step. Then I'm gonna do the thing in your upkeep.
Keep a draw. All right, I'll
Untap.
do Ripple's trigger, so I'll mill 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 lands.
God, I wish that were me.
I'm then going to. I'll uptick Summon Titan first, so I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands onto my battlefield tapped.
Leo to Wandering Minstrel.
Yeah.
For real.
1, 2,
Or easy.
3. I'll surveil 4 times. 1. Elspeth Conquers Death. Gloomlake Verge. Grateful Apparition. I'll keep that one on top. And then this one will uptick, so next creature I cast gets haste, and then I can still cast the Onyxia this turn. Because I put a lore counter on it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow,
I
I
assume
don't
you
want to
didn't
do
pay
that.
for the tithe.
No, I did not. Do I want to do that though? Because I need this. I'm gonna have to rip one. Okay. I'll have 3, and then I'll tap Boom Tender for all, and then I'll sink a black into it and a white. So I'll have a red and a green floating. I'll cast a Nixia. It gets haste this turn. So as Menace, other enchantment creatures you control have Menace. When it ETBs or attacks, exiles 1 target non-aura enchant from my graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it. Except it's a 3/3 black zombie creature in addition to its other types. I'm going to go ahead and do Bahamut. Summon Bahamut.
Ooh.
When that ETB is destroyed up to 1 target non-land permanent, I'll do the Transform Kuja.
Sure.
Yes, I'll tap a blue, and then I'll use the red and the green floating from the blue tender, and I'm going to go ahead and Windfall.
Sweet.
I have
How's
4
this
have-
helping the table?
I have 7.
This part's helping me.
I
right.
mean,
You're
so
basically
I
giving
have no
Dan like
responses. I'm gonna
100
make
treasures.
21 treasures.
Oh, wait,
So-
no.
Classic Tyler
Oh.
moment.
So let's.
Oh.
Literally, I
I
can
should've
handle the Smothering
attacked
Tithe. It literally
Wait,
goes
no,
into
I should have
Windfall.
attacked first. Oh no. Oh
No,
no.
You didn't, so
All right. 21.
alrighty.
Shit.
1,
That
2,
one's my
3,
bad. We
4,
lose,
5,
guys.
6, 7.
If
I read it
was,
wrong.
I am discarding Unstoppable
discarding
Plan,
6.
Kelpie Guide, Lightning Grease, Alice, Manamo, Glacial Fortress, and Hollowed Fountain.
I'm discarding Dampha Chime, Consecrated Sphinx, Offer, Swords, Tattoo of Invasion of Arcavos. Notably, I didn't play the Sea Sphinx to not hose us with Smothering Tithe.
Summon Val.
Yeah, and the Windfall that we
don't need
unfortunately
that.
just got.
I know. I had
1, 2,
I
Is
had
7 the most?
4, 5,
Sorry.
6, 7.
Yeah,
Yeah. I discarded 6 lands and a Pact of the Serpent, so I was basically not anything worth.
Thanks, Tyler.
Yep. You piece of you.
I
Me?
really don't
Yeah,
think
who's-
it's Dan's
who's-
fault.
Tyler, you knew first like 2 turns.
Stupid. I'm playing land for turn.
Golly.
Land for turn. Oh my god. I'm a fool.
If anyone's filth,
I like
Yeah,
literally
good thing-
can't.
I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, just overload the Vandal Blast.
Perfect.
oh,
Oh.
Good thing I have second Vandal Blast in my hand.
listen, you're allowed to have 2 if one of them's Deadpool.
True.
New rules of
Yeah.
Magic.
I could have gotten rid of it.
We
That's
know, you said
why-
it.
I'm pissed. I'm royally
I remember
pissed.
when I read my cards.
Yeah, I wish.
If
I read it
was-
wrong.
Insert clip. I didn't read my
Don't you
card.
You just gotta do like the overlay and it's like a little flashback or something. Have it like transparent over the thing.
Okay. This is what? That's 4, right? The Sprawling Tide's 4. What's Teferi?
3.
3.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So here, I feel like Smothering Tide doesn't fucking matter anymore because I'm an idiot. Unfortunately. I will... How much toughness does your commander have?
My commander's a 1/3, but I do have a 4/6.
I will... Okay. I'll tap a black. I'll cast Reanimate. And then what is... See, this is what I wanted to do. Fuck.
You want a Kelpie Guide?
What?
I have a Kelpie Guide if you want to reanimate that.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna reanimate Clive.
What is
Okay.
is that the one that draws based on devotion?
Discard your hand, then draw equal to devotion, or to red, which is currently 3.
Is your hand that bad?
It's not that great.
Sweet. Well, I'll take 3 more treasures.
Yeah. I discard Nature's Lore, Summon Kujata, Garnet, Esper Origin, and the Oja, whatever. I'll draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. I'm gonna move to combat. I'm gonna swing a Nixthia at Japan. You only have 2 blockers, right?
Yes.
Peyton.
Yep.
Okay, I'll swing a Nixthia at Peyton. I'll swing Summon Titan at Dan.
Sure. 7.
Yeah, 7. And then attack trigger from Anixthia. I'm gonna return Summon Kujata from the graveyard as
Which
a
does?
3/3. So this one, on the first one, this creature deals 3 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. Next one, up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. And then last one, discard a card, then draw 2 cards. When you discard a card this way, this creature deals damage equal to that card's mana value to each opponent. So I'm gonna blast Dan, your commander,
Well, I'm
and
gonna just
then
activate it in response.
yeah,
Probably one of the Bellower effects.
yeah, which are
The White Plume Adventurer and the Drum Bellower.
yeah, what are their? Do they just
They
either
both
of them
die to
die?
it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just toss the.
I think Drum Bellower.
All right, the Bellower.
All right.
Yeah.
So commander goes back to the zone. This is dead.
I'm sorry, guys, I fucked up.
And
I
then
really messed up. Ugh.
Then I am good to take the damage.
Yeah, I
Okay.
take
So I'll
4.
take 5, or no 7. I'll take 7 down to
Take
38.
7. Yeah.
I'm gonna make so many
Go.
alternate accounts to
You'll-
make comments.
What are you
You're
down to,
gonna-
Dan?
I should be at 38 because I gained 2, 4, 6, 8 life last turn,
We'll see if it's right.
and then Tyler, you take the initiative, so you get to go search for a basic and put it into your hand.
Sick. I have 2 basics in this deck.
Wow.
So I'll do that, and then my last action, I'll do that after. I'll cast Narcy. Fable Singer has lifelink. Whenever I sack an enchant, draw a card. Whenever the final chapter of a saga you control resolves, each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is the saga's mana value. Do the token copies, so the Bahamut and the Kujata.
Yep.
Okay,
The FCMC.
cool. And I'll
Are you
pass.
are you running 2 basics just to play Summon Fenrir?
Yep.
Nice.
I have 2
I'm-
forests.
I'm running 20 basics, by the way.
Dang,
That's a lot of basics.
that's a lot for a 5 color.
Yep.
A 1 tap.
It's okay. In
Upkeep
game 2,
trigger.
you'll see.
I'll
my
go down to
goodness.
32.
Can't believe I did that.
And
Are
I
you
will
gonna
draw a
pay?
card off Phyrexian Arena, and then I will draw a card off of my regular draw step.
I assume the treasures. I'm just gonna make them because Tyler has
Yeah, it
given
doesn't
me
matter.
At this point,
my whole deck's worth of mana.
Yeah.
play a luxury suite. Do we think we're even getting 2 more turns, or even 1 more turn?
Dan,
I can't win. My deck
are you
has
just
like
gonna lock us out?
no. I'm not locking anybody out. I'm just like my deck just kind of like I just want to exile a bunch of cards and see what happens.
Sure.
Like there are ways to win, but it's like I need to
Right,
get
right.
there.
I get that. I just I'm trying to think of which do I play for the future, or do I just play for like potentially
the
just
future.
dying right now? So
I mean,
I feel like play for the future because if we
there's a lot of damage over on Tyler's board right now. I'm just
yeah,
gaining
he
life.
swung
I'm
some of it
not-
at
I'm
me,
not-
so I definitely feel that.
I only swung 4.
I'll tap 6 and cast Kuja, I guess.
That is good with me.
And that's all we ask.
Yep.
Only Dan gets.
I am the only one with priority.
I'm just gonna go to my end step trigger. I'll create 2 tapped wizards, and then I'll flip him because there's 4.
Ooh.
Crazy. We're back to the same state.
Yeah, well, Tyler was
No, we're in a much
invisible on
worse
it,
state,
so
actually. We're in
We're-
a much,
Yeah.
much worse state.
if only Tyler had killed something on Dan's board, and then we wouldn't be in this mess.
I did it in the wrong
Ooh.
order. I'm sorry.
That land step, so Dan can go.
All right. I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna do Soul Ring and two to replay my commander.
Yep.
Tap 1, 2 to play Sting the Glinting Dagger. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. At the beginning of each combat, untap equipped creature. Equipped creature has first strike as long as it's blocking or being blocked by a goblin or orc. I'm going to equip to my commander. Then, for my next trick, what do I have? I'm going to uptick to fairy. How do you read? We are going to look at my hand. I'm going to activate my commander. I've cast the second spell. I'm going to draw a card.
All right. Does it give haste?
Activate. Yes,
Sting does
this gives it
less.
haste. +1/+1 in haste.
So weird.
It also untaps it on combat.
Yeah, so we're gonna play this land. I'm gonna go up to 40. Then we're gonna pay 1, 2, 3 for a Chakram Retriever. I don't have Chakram Slinger in my hand, but whenever you cast a spell during your turn, untap creature.
Oh, interesting.
Then, because I cast that, we're gonna gain some life there. Let's look at my hand. So I guess I need to keep track of how much life I've gained this turn.
Oh,
Riveting.
How many cards are in exile currently? Are there any?
Yes, I've got 5 in exile.
Oh, word.
So I've gained 4 life this turn.
I think we're about to see a hope.
1, 2. Reduced by 1 because of the Pearl Medallion. I'm going to cast Will, Scion of Peace.
The other problem.
Cast trigger. I will untap my commander. I will spend 2 mana. Let's see. This costs 2 less. I'm going to cast a Solemn Simulacrum.
Oh.
Gain 2 life.
Are we getting either fluxed here?
Maybe,
Nope.
if I can find it.
Nope.
So I've gained 6. Cast. So on the cast, I'm going to activate. Look at the top. Put this here. We'll untap. Solemn's going to enter. Go find a basic. Going to spend 2 mana. No, before I do that, we'll activate this again. We'll put this here, and then I'm going to spend 2 down to 21. I'm going to put the sting onto Will. And I will activate Will to reduce my next spell by 6. Spells I cast this turn that are blue or white. So I'm going to reduce all of my spells by 6 this turn.
That are blue or white, sir.
That are blue or white. So
Not colorless.
1. Nope,
Oh
I
no,
will
if
make
only
sure
he
to
had
not
treasure.
make that mistake. We'll put the boots back onto my commander.
Not boots.
Then I've got, the sting. I'll go down to 17 for 2 treasures. I'm going to cast Aminatu's Augury. Exile, so storm count is up to 6. Exile the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them onto the battlefield until end of turn. For each non-land card type, I can cast 1 for free. So let's see here. I've got instant, creature, artifact, enchantment. So I'll put this land into play. Sorcery and instant. So I'm not gonna cast either of these counter spells. Value lost.
Can't you? Oh, never mind.
What do you mean?
We're not doing.
I mean, I can, but there's no.
Right. For a second, for some reason I thought you could cast any number of them, but I was going to say you could cast one and counter it with the other, but I forgot that you can
Yeah,
only cast one instant, so never mind.
Yep.
My bad.
Unfortunately.
Different.
Quantum Misalignment. I'm gonna cast and target the Chakram Retriever. Cast will untap. This will go to 7. I'm going to gain 2 life up to 46. Make a copy of the Retriever. Activate my commander. Put that there. Let's cast, I guess, the Shadow of the Second Sun. Sorry, Quantum Misalignment. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it isn't legendary, and the spell has rebound. So I guess we'll put that there. I will cast Shadow of the Second Sun, enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's post-combat main phase, there's an additional beginning phase after this phase. I will choose me.
Sweet.
On cast, we will untap here, and then I'm going to float a blue off of the Ornithopter, and we'll untap the Ornithopter off the second chakra. Then we'll exile the top card. I have a blue mana floating. We'll cast the Illusionist Bracers. Trigger to untap. We'll have a second blue floating. Illusionist Bracers. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy it. Spend 2, tap this to put this over onto my commander. Activate, look at the top 2. I'm just going to continue to put these into exile. Cast that. This goes up to 9. I'll gain 2 up to 50. Cast a Fate Stitcher. Triggers to untap here. Float a blue.
What have I
Gain
done?
2.
Ugh.
Basically, lost us the game, or lost you guys the game. I finally get to win a game, guys.
Well,
Maybe one.
Any
technically
chance you
you
can
won
just,
last
like-
week, but
Just like freeze my camera and set up so I can
Do something
do something else. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Start
spend
banging your head against your
1,
chair.
2, 3, 4. Tyler, you should start doing that. I will cast
just did.
Aetherflux.
Okay.
Go up to Storm is 11. I'll gain 2 up to 54. Triggers untap, add a blue, tap, 1, 2. Then use the blue to cast a Midnight Clock. Trigger to untap, add a blue. Activate this so that things cost 4 or less, because I don't know if he cares about when they're exiled. I'll gain 12 life.
Just start blasting, Dan.
I'm trying to just do it all in one. So I'm up 66, and then I'll cast exile 2 more, make some more mana. Up to 79. 13. This will make it 14. Use one of the blue that I have floating. Play Tygum, Master Opportunist, Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. You can see Tyler play that in the video linked right up in this.
Bad deck.
Activate. Put these here. I've got a blue floating again. From here. This is going to cost nothing, so I'll gain 15. This 1,000-year elixir. I can play activated abilities of creatures as though they had haste, tap and untap creature. We'll do the thing again. Top 2 cards. Float a mana. We'll play Scroll Rack. Gain 16. Man, I feel bad for whoever has to edit this.
Riveting.
We'll activate so that things cost 6 less. I'll cast Gilded Lotus, gain 17. Exile 2 more cards. Float a white. I'll play this Prop Room. Gain 18. And pew, pew, pew. I'm going to shoot my opponents down to dead.
ouch.
My bad, guys. My bad.
Yeah, that was...
That was
I mean,
entirely my fault.
If it makes everyone
I'm
feel
sorry.
better, Kuja was ready to kill.
Yeah, no, that windfall was just not a good decision.
Play.
That put me into just so much gas. It was insane.
Yeah.
Like flipping
Just
the
the
sting
drawing,
off.
but also the treasures.
Yeah, the treasures. Well, I had a decent like collection of stuff in my hand, but the treasures were what let me really just start like just pooping out everything.
Sure.
So
Alrighty.
the way I wanted to win was I wanted to win with like Jace or something, but I forgot Aetherflux is just also a really good card. Like, the Chakram Retriever into the copy, into the make mana, like just pretty much ended the game.
Sure.
myself.
Nassim, your commander did a lot. And by your commander, I mean
One
AC.
spell or 2 spells.
No, he played a cultivate.
Cultivate AC.
Good on this
Yep.
reach.
I love game changers. Very
I-
cool.
You almost got there. Oh, well, my deck I liked the first
Your
time
deck won
playing
me the
it.
game. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, if I didn't do that, I think at least one more turn around the table, I was not in a state of winning, but
Oh,
actually
I knew
Narcy
I
was
was dead
out.
if it got back to you. Like there was no way I could
I was
pass the
swinging
turn.
everything at you.
Yeah,
I was-
there was no way I could pass the turn there. Like I knew,
Yeah, no.
like Nassim was gonna swing at me if he could. You were definitely gonna swing at me. Payne was probably gonna try and like burn me out. Like there was just no,
Yeah,
like it
you
was
were
either
I was
that,
guaranteed to win on
then
my
or
turn unless Kuja got killed.
yeah, it was then or
I had 5
just-
wizards that were dealing 4 damage each.
Hey,
I was gonna try to board wipe twice on my turn
Oh yeah, don't do that twice. Why would you need to board wipe 2 times?
in case the first one doesn't resolve.
Damn it! How did you know I had the counter spell?
Yeah, I had Blasphemous Edict, and then I had Shigeki, so I could like regrow
Oh,
it and then
bring it
try to
back.
jam it again. Yeah, because I figured the first one wouldn't resolve, but
Yeah, I had. Well, so when Tyler killed my commander, I had a what's it called? I had a Dovin's Veto in exile. And then you killed my commander. I was like, well, shit, if Peyton just goes off and wins right now, like, that sucks.
No, wasn't gonna
Okay,
happen.
I ruined the game twice.
Yeah, right?
Damn, not a good showing. I did
yeah,
sagas.
you know.
I did sagas. That was cool. Narcy was out,
This-
so I was about to burn. So that was fun. Narcy's like the only real win con I have in the deck.
Yeah, I feel like I've put this deck in a weird, like, wants to be higher power, but I'm trying to be a little lower with it. Like, I think I just need to commit to, like, the whole deck is just, like, Chakram Retrievers, Intruder Alarm, like, untap effects, stuff like that. And then I just cast, like, a bunch of, like, two cost artifact creatures, untap, and just, like, chain off from there versus trying to do, like, a lot of different stuff and have, like, bigger stuff and things like that. That was the original direction. I was just, like, laying in bed and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of sweet. Like, just all 2-drop or less tribal or, like, 4-drop, and you just, like, dump a bunch of stuff, flip through your deck, and win with, like, a Lab Man Thor thing. But I was like, that's not what we're trying to do here. So we ate their fucks
Golbez.
instead.
Like Golbez if you want to do that.
True.
Next episode, Final Fantasy 4 time in a row. Golbez, Golbez,
Oh.
Golbez, Golbez.
We're all just gold bezzing.
I like that card art that Golbez
Golbez
Bezzing
has.
on that gold.
I'd love to buy it
Like
just for
what?
the card art. Golbez is really good.
Oh, yeah.
The like extended. I guess it's like his Surge foil. I guess probably, but the
Yeah.
card art looks really really good.
yeah, he has like the dragon.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, what is he even doing? Why does he surveil? Why is he doing artifacts? There's just cool art there.
Clutch crystals.
I don't care about
Goes
the
with the
lore.
moon or something. I don't know. It's
The
something about
moon?
He does
I thought
What
it
is he?
Final Fantasy, not Final
Yeah.
Sci-Fi.
Final Fantasy. Have you played a single Final Fantasy game?
Yeah, they
No.
like there's mechs and they fly in space all the time.
Yeah.
I know. I played 14. I literally played 14 for like way too long. I sent a screenshot of I got into my old account and I sent Nassim a screenshot. I literally have like 10 million currency, whatever the currency is in Final Fantasy
Gil,
14.
Gil, perhaps.
Gil, yeah, GIL.
Shout out
It's fun.
Yoshi P.
Yeah. I grinded that game for far
Yeah, I
too
did
long. When I was
Did him justice this game.
Congrats, Dan.
I did
good job.
it! I finally
First
got a win on the
official win.
channel.
second
An actual,
unofficial
official real
win
win.
because we screwed
That's-
up the last game real bad.
Yeah. Apparently, commander damage doubled is probably lethal. Didn't think about that one.
I don't even think it needed to be commander damage because I think I won with like 2 or 3 health. So I think just the extra
Yeah,
doubling would have gotten you there.
Yeah, I was watching. It was like I think it was 10 damage coming in, and you blocked like 3 of it. So like
Yeah.
I couldn't get there. But yeah, it was just gonna be 28 damage just to kill you
Yeah.
anyways. So unfortunately, I did not. I did not read my card. That lightning does lightning things.
Now
It
we
is
know.
what it is.
Make an egg sandwich.
An egg sandwich.
Yeah, I gotta make an egg sandwich. I'm starving after that long discussion about the game that happened last time.
Yeah, very relevant. Must be rehashed again.
Well, we didn't rehash it at the end of the other episode because we didn't realize it.
because we,
Unless you want to spend time talking about this game, which pretty much, Dan just,
ju-
stomped
I
all
just
over us.
dumped out
So,
I just
yeah.
dumped a bunch of
Not
cheap
much to talk about.
untappers and exiled like 15 cards from my library and won the game.
Let's rehash why Tyler screwed this game up again.
Yeah, hey Tyler, how does Smothering Tithe work? Windfall.
I don't even know.
Can
what
you give
those
us a
words
lesson?
mean. I don't know what those words mean.
We know that's why
I
you gave
didn't
me
pass the
21
sixth grade.
treasures. If
I read it
was-
wrong. I'm goofy in the brain. I don't know what you're saying.
All right, Tyler, go make
You
your
have to
egg
make a-
sandwich. You need the protein.
I'm starving. I
I've got
told
some
you the
protein
only
to
real
give you,
thing I
Tyler.
had today was that bag of fiery dill pickled goldfish, and my stomach is churning. Like it is bad.
Gross. Well,
Yeah.
on that note,
Yeah. Enjoy
this has been a
that.
great episode with Finding a Fourth, you guys. Thanks for coming. Check us out. Like, subscribe. Hit the buttons. I don't know. Do whatever. Cut.
Goodbye.
Bye.